Hey everybody, this is Russ, Lead Crayon, coming at you again. Fourth time in 3 days, man. I'm really on a roll or something. Anyway, I went out looking for a local tobacco shop to see if there were any around here that had any kind of cigars. And I stumbled across one that was just the usual local place that has no-name stuff, Prince Albert in a can, Swisher Sweets, that kind of thing. But they did. I was just about to walk out, and I just noticed by the register they had a tiny display that had Romeo y Julieta cigars in it. And down in the corner there was one set of Onyx cigars, which is these right here. And the guy behind the counter said, we sell more of those than we sell of any of the Romeo y Julietas or any of the other stuff. And I said, well, that's kind of neat. Go ahead and give me those. Or give me one of those and I'll try it. And I picked one up, and this is what remains of it right now. It's about not quite half gone. This was the Toro version, which is a 6-inch by 50 ring gauge stick. It's a Dominican cigar with a Maduro wrapper, which had a fairly loose pack. It's I don't know if you can see this, but it's slightly box pressed. You can kind of see that there. A little bit oily wrapper, had a great scent. Before I lit it up, tight visible seams, good construction. Had what looked like a double cap on there before I cut it, and the burn on this thing has been almost laser sharp, which has been amazing. Nice gray, consistent ash. The draw was a little bit firm early on. It remains a little bit firm, but it's still a very nice smoke, and really consistent flavor-wise. They call this thing Maduro and full-bodied, but really it's so smooth and so creamy on the draw and on the medium to long finish that I don't know that I'd call it more than medium-bodied. And I don't remember if I just said this already, but it has Bolivian, Nicaraguan, and Peruvian long fillers in it, and it's a Dominican wrapper on there. And for a sort of drugstore find, this thing has been pretty amazing. And I don't know if I would consider it a replacement for my favorite, which is the Nica Libre 1990 series, but this is really, really good. Of course, I paid too much for it. Being that it was at a local tobacconist. But I don't mind spending a little bit extra to come across something like this, which is a great find. And if you're, a little scared of like the high spicy, dark Maduro wrappers and worried about full bodiness, you don't have to be worried about that with this particular cigar. It has been creamy, a little bit of sort of coffee espresso taste to it, a little bit of earth, and no spice at all, not even on the initial burn, right off the foot. It's been consistent the whole way down. So I would consider this thing for, just go to your local store and, miraculously they have a cigar there type of find. This thing is fantastic, and you should definitely pick one up if you want to try it. And don't be worried about everybody saying it's full-bodied and, gonna knock you over the head or whatever, because it's really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of this, and I hope if you happen across one of these, you can pick them up on Cigars International for about $4.50 a stick retail. Of course, you can get them for far less than that on cigarbid.com. So check these out; they're really good, and especially if you wanted to try a cigar for the first time, I could highly recommend one of these. Really. Try it. The Onyx Reserve. Hope you enjoy. Ciao.